Some of the dinosaurial politicians of the UDP need to stay out completely. Their time is up. The UDP have got themselves into an almighty great mess, which to this day has not been sorted. Now, for me, it is always important in any country that there is a thriving democracy means an effective opposition. And opposition is often a combination between the main opposition party and the media. And so now we have a situation with the PUP having absolute control. And I don't think I'm saying anything that any citizen doesn't know, but the level of naughtiness that is happening in the government today is very high indeed. And there is an old saying in history that power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's very important that the UDP get their act together and together with the media hold this government to account with the vast majority that they have in the House, which even gives them the okay, if they wish to change Belize's constitution. So I think we're at a bit of a crossroads here as we go forward. And unless the UDP sorts itself out and becomes effective and brings in new talent, which is very important, because some of the dinosaurial politicians of the UDP need to stay out completely. Their time is up. The only way the UDP can get itself together is if there is an open election for the leader and an open election for who will be the representatives for the various constituencies around the country. And this is where the resistance is at the moment. Shine wants a future in politics. Tracy and many others do not want Shine to have a future in politics. And so you have oil and water here trying to mix in the same pot. And egos are running amok on the old established UDP at the moment. And they do say that in law, possession is 9/10 of the law. So they have the headquarters, they by law are the appointed representatives of the party, and they're doing everything they can to ensure that there is not a free choice for UDP supporters to decide who should be the leader. And until that is broken, this can go on for a long time, but the stubbornness is there. I mean, for example, both sides believe they are acting within the Constitution. Yeah. And when you have a conversation with either side, they're accusing the other the whole time of breaking the Constitution. And I've had a good look at the judge's statement when he came out, and he has quite rightly said that both the convention last October that Tracy had was outside the Constitution, yep. And that the expulsions were outside the legal power of the existing UDP. But what the judge did not say is what the remedy was. Mm-hmm. Now, from Tracy's side, there seems to be an assumption that means they're back in. From the Shine side, it's got to go to a vote. And this weekend, so it's meant to be, is a vote that they are brought back in. That doesn't chime well to the Tracy side. And so to that extent, this may only be sorted by very expensive lawyers over a long period of time, unless heads can be banged together. And you talked about the former leader. I spoke to him this weekend. I spoke to about 8 people this weekend to try to understand what was going on here. And I came away just believing that reconciliation is close to impossible until one or the other backs down or really compromises.